Today's a special day because we're going to be doing a review of my video from 10 years ago, right now. What's up, everyone? Welcome to my very humble channel. Now let's get right on into it. This is going to be a special video because I'm going to be reviewing myself from 10 years ago. I thought it would be very interesting because a lot of the things I said before, I'm still saying today. I'm just not as dorky, or maybe I still am. But let's get right on to it. All right, guys, let's get on into it. And I want you to stick around till the end because I'm going to go and show you some super amazing hacks that I use to keep myself from aging to an old, a rotten, nasty, bitten into apple. Hey guys, so today we're gonna talk about the ketogenic diet. The thing is, I really hate the stupid labels. I'd rather call it like the winning diet, but that'd be kind of lame too. So let's call it the ketogenic diet. So everyone understands this conversation. Your body burns either fat or it can burn carbohydrates. A lot of people who believe in that you need carbs to survive believe that you eat carbohydrates, your body converts a percentage of it into your muscle as energy, but your muscle and your liver don't store that much glycogen, which is converted glucose. So, okay, mostly true. Your body does not store that much glycogen in the context of giving you sustained energy for hours. You can have full glycogen storages within the muscle and the liver, but 20 minutes into your working out, you're going to start to lower the gas tank. What happens to the rest of it? Yikes. Well, what happens is it goes right here. Well, not on me, but it goes right here, and it goes right here, and it goes right here. And you learn how to become very efficient at storing body fat when you eat carbohydrates. You have to think, did our ancestors eat from a cracker tree? Now, the reason why you become very efficient at storing body fat on carbs is I'm about to explain with that dumb facial expression. I'm about to explain that in nature, you wouldn't have that many available sources of starches. You might have some rooted vegetables. You might have some figs that are about to drop to the ground. You might have honey while it's in season in small amounts, but you're not going to have that many carbohydrates or sugars. We are now freaking glucose, insulin, high blood sugar, diabetic storing machines of blood sugar that's going to be converted into triglycerides into the fat cells and stored as energy. And then, of course, we have inefficient fat cells, which is why people keep getting fatter. But let's continue. I think not. What kind of food was available back in our hunter-gatherer days? Think about it. Okay, so let's get down to hunter-gatherer foods. Wild spinach. You had some plants, but really we hunted. We fished and we hunted. That's the business. Oh, yeah, wait. This is the business, right? This is the business. It's pretty lean. Okay. Now, of course, I'm in a bathroom. I know the light's ahead of me and I have oil on me, but I'm still pretty darn lean. Okay. So this is me progressively in a state of ketosis. I want you guys to see how lean I am. And I cannot run, jump, lunge, squat, or even try to get myself out of a burning building too quickly. The reason why I can't run or lunge or squat is because I used to be a pro skater, which I'll explain in 2 seconds. And I had a really bad fall on my 26th birthday. Yes, my birthday. I literally tore everything, my knee joint, my ACL, my MCL, my patella tendon, cartilage on the condyles of the bone, and I just literally snapped everything. So my meniscus tore off the bone. Yeah, 4 years on crutches. So I can't run, I can't lunge, I can't do any of these lower body exercises. And in fact, in this video, I don't show my legs. I'm very lean, I've got no butt, and I wore size 00. I was very, very tiny. And you can see the stress around my eyes and mouth at that time because I was still dealing with toxicity from the past. Let's continue. But this is me in my 40s. It's not going to happen. I busted my knee as a professional skateboarder. You can learn more about my nutrition programs on my website and on Facebook because I write these ketogenic diets for you to understand the percentages and the timing of your food. If you're an athlete or if you're just the average person, you can go to my Facebook, Stephanie Person. God, I sound like a used car salesman, but Stephanie Person Skater, or you can go to my website, stephanieperson.com. and learn some more about this process. I feel very, let's say, so my website's the same. If you didn't know, stephanieperson.com. Stephanie Person Skater is my Facebook, but that's before I started having 5,000 Facebooks. But yeah, let's get more into it. Let's say 20 grams. So my carbs are dark leafy greens. My fat is ghee, raw butter. You can do milk products if you want to. I'm lactose intolerant, so I keep it at ghee and butter. And so there's no lactose in butter. People don't know this. There's almost no lactose. I don't think there's any in cream. But when you start getting to milk, there's too much sugar. So I'm refining some of my knowledge from this time. Let's keep going. Also do coconut oil. Don't do coconut oil. I mean, do coconut oil for the lauric acid benefits. That's amazing for the brain. But to put you in ketosis, no. Sometimes I'll have people do coconut oil because it's a medium chain triglyceride. You don't need a gallbladder for it. But you need animal fat to have sustained ketones or a deep ketosis, highly adapted to be ketotic. Coconut oil can present ketones in the blood, but they go into your urine. If you use a urine strip, you'll see it'll turn dark purple while using coconut oil, but with animal fat, it goes clear when you're in ketosis. Let's continue. You guys have to Google coconut oil, the benefits of it. It's amazing. It's a medium chain fat. Your body learns that means medium as in short in its structure. Your body can digest it more quickly and make it more readily available for energy. So even if you eat carbohydrates, it's a good pick-me-up in the afternoon. Okay, so let's get back to it. People are asking me if it's dangerous. Everything's theoretical, so I'm not a doctor, but I say, hell no. Dangerous? I'm freaking aging backwards, okay? Everything, all of my systems, my health. Okay, so can you imagine this is 10 years ago and I'm like, I'm aging backwards and I look so distressed in my face. This is where I feel that from this point 10 years ago to now, I've really learned so much about the body, the world itself, my health, and other people as well. So let's get back to it. But I'm not an expert, just 4-year expert. Okay, the next thing is how long will it take for me to get, or you, not me, you guys to get into a state of ketosis? It takes from 7 days to sometimes 3 weeks. Depends. Now, I've learned a lot from this time. It does not take 7 days. You can make ketones in 7 days, but it takes from 3 months to a year. I'd say from 3 to 6 months if you're really disciplined. It takes a while for you to balance your blood sugar. Now at this time, I was using glucometers with people, but I still didn't understand how ketosis worked at this juncture. But now I do. Let's continue. On the individual. And you can't cheat. What is this cheating thing? No, people. You cheat one day, you start all over again. No cheating. That is true. When you cheat and eat carbohydrates, then the body goes right back. The insulin response, the glucose response goes right back to what it's always known. If your brain does not get the glucose, it could go into your body and break down amino acids to then access glucose, right? Because it doesn't know how to make ketones. You have to train your body how to make ketones via the liver and get into the Krebs cycle and into all the cells. It's a process: stress, coffee, poor food choices, bad sleep, too much protein, not enough fat. A lot of these things I didn't know at that time. These are the things that can literally pop you out of ketosis: stress, cortisol, or make it difficult to get into ketosis, or if you pop out of ketosis, to get back in. So it's way more than 7 days to 2 weeks or 3 weeks. And the other questions are, let's say, energy levels. I work out often 3 hours a day, not to improve the body. People used to freak out when I'd said work out 3 hours, but it wasn't like I was going hard at 3 hours. And you can see my body then, smaller boobs, smaller everything, using the wrong types of fats, using a lot of coconut oil for my ketogenic fats, and eating coconut oil is like eating air. So let me show you. I'm going to pull back for a second and show you today, like what I look like 10 years later. So from 45 to 55, or 45 going on 46, for 55 going on 56. So this is 10 years later. Let's take a look. As you guys can see, this is me 10 years later. You can see a lot less stress on the face. I'm higher in body fat, higher in weight, and you can see it on the face and body. If I show you what I look like today, this is me today. And you can see I'm not as lean in my arms as I was then. So I'm just way, way more healthy now. Let's continue with this video. Oh, you can't make this stuff up. But because I freaking love it, I suffer no low blood sugar. And one thing that you bodybuilders need to understand is, because you become insulin sensitive, I eat a couple of things of spinach and I'm already releasing the insulin to carry the amino acids into the muscle. So what am I talking about? Here's where I disagree. Spinach isn't going to carry amino acids into the muscles. This is me 10 years ago, so I've learned a lot. First of all, I don't eat spinach anymore because it has oxalates, or oxalic acid, which binds to calcium, gives you shards of glass, as stones. I know that to be certain because I developed crystals in my kidneys from spinach and stevia and things of this nature. No. What is making you insulin sensitive is the fact that you can, like I said, monitor your sleep. You're eating the right amount of protein, enough fat. You're getting toxins out. You're detoxing. You are exercising. You are sleeping well. There's a lot of moving parts. When you become insulin sensitive, now the proteins that you eat can more readily get into the muscles so they can grow. But there was a couple steps in between I didn't understand at that juncture. I am never in a gluconeogenesis state, or seldom, I should say. Okay, so everybody's always in gluconeogenesis. Gluco means glucose, neo means new, and genesis means to create. And you create new sugar through, just everybody does, for your red blood cells. But that is the reason why you could have blood sugar between a 74 and an 83, which in milligrams per deciliter, that's quite a lot of blood sugar for somebody who's not eating carbs. And that is because of gluconeogenesis. What I'm trying to say is I'm not breaking down proteins in my body because I'm stressed all the time running from the invisible lion. They never, because that is your fight or flight response to raise your blood sugar levels in case there's an emergency, but there hasn't been in this case. So this is the business, as you guys can see. This is what it's like. The tattoo has changed on my back. So funny. Got rid of that old tattoo. To not tear muscle down when you work out. So all I'm doing is training my body to burn fat without tearing down the muscle. And I'm building, because my body's become more efficient at using amino acids. I think that's my body's becoming more efficient at making ketones and getting protein into the muscle cells so they can grow, so I can have effective workouts, testosterone production, growth hormone production because of doing resistance training. So, like I said, a couple steps missed here in the middle. Now, let me go back here. It is so weird to look at that darn video. But I've learned a lot about the human body and about ketogenesis, about carnivore diets, about low carb, high fat. At that juncture, I didn't know a lot about the gallbladder. I really understand a lot more about gallbladder issues, thyroid issues, reproductive issues, pregnenolone steal, insulin resistance, so many things, being toxic, how the cells don't function properly when you're estrogen dominant, xenoestrogens. I mean, the list goes on and on and on, for women who've got like fibroids and men who've got low testosterone, the thyroid issues, the skin issues, the oxalate dumping. There's so many things that I've learned. I've learned how to use a glucometer. I've learned a lot more about leaky gut and histamine. And all of these things are going to be going, and electrolytes, in my challenge, my 30-day challenge. It's $1 a day for 30 days, and it's going to be packed with all of this knowledge that I've learned from that time. So thank you everyone for joining this channel. If you guys want to learn more, go to stephanieperson.com. Sign up for a consultation if you need my help. Also, you can go to Stephanie Ketogenic on my Instagram, Stephanie the Business Person on my Facebook fan page. And that video was from the most answered questions Q&A 10 years ago. So comment below, what questions do you have? Obviously, you guys can see that I'm still lean. My body has not changed very much. Oh yeah, the hack. All right, guys, let's get into one of the ways that I have been able to heal my body. So obviously it's from being on the ketogenic diet for so many years, learning how to refine the actions, knowing what to do. And I use a gua sha tool. So check this out. Isn't this an awesome little tool there? And essentially I had poor lymphatic drainage, trapped fascia on the face. So I had really deep lines around the mouth and around the eyes. And I've been using this. I have no oil. It's good to put oil. I've been using this gua sha tool for maybe 6 or 8 years, as you can see, and a lot of facial yoga exercises. Except my nostrils. To untrap, where you're getting lines and creases, it's from trapped fascia, and also poor lymphatic drainage, to get some of that fluid out and that trapped tissue. I do it between the eyes, I do it on the forehead, and I do it around the mouth. Not just diet alone. All right, guys, I'm out. Peace. Energy. And now 55 going on 56. Peace. And I'm out.